it's definitely been awesome, Rod. And I think it's, like those guys have, definitely, the guys in the 80s and 90s definitely started getting those runs together and stuff. And these guys have certainly perfected it. But it's getting better every time I see him ski. You know what I mean? I looked at Keith and Dave like 6 or 8 years ago, and I'm like, that's probably it. That's the ceiling. You know what I mean? And that they've got better. Jackson's come along. He's got better. Keenan's skiing unbelievable as well. You know what I mean? Like he's gone to another level. Just because everyone, we all just go together. It's just like a big wave. When someone goes, you got to go with them. If you don't go, you get left behind real quick.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it was crazy. Bad. I can still remember like yesterday when Scarpa cracked 8,000, and we just said it's over. Nobody's ever going to go beyond 8 or 9. Nobody's ever going to hit 9. And as you mentioned, Jackson Gerard just about hit 15 here at Nationals. I mean, it's insane to think about how much progression there has been. And whereas, I remember talking to Keith when it was 12, just cracking 12. And how much more is there? How much more can you squeeze out of a run? And boy, these guys have figured it out. I mean, I envision them staying up all night moving chess pieces and golf tees around the table and putting things in order, because there's definitely an art to the flow and how to package it up and sell it to the scorers and judges in the boat. Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's unreal, Rod. I think what we might see in the future, like my feeling on it is these guys are going to, like you saw Jackson do a line 7 at the US Nationals. I think they're going to start getting into more, you know what I mean, like line 7s, reverses, maybe line multiples from the back. More 1-foot multiples, you know what I mean? Because they don't have any more time left. The guys, I don't know whether they might, I don't know whether Jackson can find any more time, maybe half a second somewhere. But I think, bigger trick values, are they going to start, we're going to see 4 1-foot 5s at some point. Like it seems unbelievable, but we said that 10 years ago about what they're doing today. So, you know what I mean? I think that's where it's probably going to head into that. Let's get more points per second, no doubt.
Yeah. Okay, we got skier on the water. First jumper. Out of China. Here we go. Through the handle. Yeah.
Thanks, Rod. I've got to go get ready for jump, buddy. It was great chatting to you, and hopefully we sit down and do a little bit more before the week's out.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the memories and the conversation, Brett, and sharing your insight. I wish you the best of luck today in the jump event. Outstanding jumping earlier. It's great to have you back here on the world scene. You've always been a very popular guy, and I do want to talk to you about tricks because you're one of these guys that I remember, when flipping first started coming out. You were the guy that just phenomenal flipper, and I'm not going to take your time now, but we'll save that and keep people on the edge of their seat. But we'll have some dialogue about that. I've had conversations in the past, and there's still some guys that like to flip, but you're the guy I always go back to with that trick. It's an amazing, fun trick to watch, and I want to get some more insight from you on tricks and how all that is shaking out and where you are with things today in your runs. So good luck to you.
Good on you, Rod. Thanks, buddy. Talk to you during the week. Thanks, mate. That was fun.
Great job.
Good one, mate. Thank you.
Second skier, jumper on the water is going to be Zhang Yang from China. First jump, Zhang Yang, China, on the water. And that's a good jump, it looks like. Yeah, nice landing. Boat signals a good jump. Great to see the Chinese barefoot water skiers here at the 2018 World Championships. country of tremendous athletes. Watched them dominate Olympic sports like speed skating and gymnastics in the Summer Olympics. A lot of great athletes coming out of that country. First jump for Gang Yang is 8.8 meters. We're going to bring Yi Qian from China back out for his second run. Second jump of this event. We're going to have all three jump events run back to back to back here, and that'll be the conclusion of the day. We're going to have a total of 29 jumpers in this event. Yi Qian on the water, China. And that's another good jump.
Jump number 2, good jump. Jump number 2, good jump.
That's Australia. Can't see it.
Nobody knows.
Nope, not at this one.
Then I would know.
Okay, well, we've got, tell you, the second highest seeded jumper, Everett Artson is here from Finland, or Sweden, I mean. Yeah, Artson, Everett. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for your help.
Yeah, you're welcome. Gang Yang going to be setting up for his second jump. He had an 8.8 meter good jump on his first. Wow, that's a great jump for Yi Qian. I'm hearing 12.6 to get things started. Gang Yang, jump number 2 on the water. And skier on the water.
Chen Ye.
Who's that? Oh, this
That's Chen Ye and Young Gun, just like the movie Young Gun. Swear to God.
Oh, they're pronouncing the last name first then.
Chen Ye
Mm-hmm.
and Young Gun.
Okay. So they don't go first order like that.
That is that is how their name is,
Yeah.
right? He's Young Gun, even though his first name is Gun.
Yeah.
And they all have a freaking English name as well.
Like Charles or something.
Oh.
David. Okay, that's an 8.4 meter second jump for Young Gun out of China. We're going to bring Chen Ye out for his third and final jump. 12.6 is what I heard on the last jump. That's a great jump right out of the gate.
Coming in for jump number 3.
Skier on the water. Another good jump. Wow. Some great jumping there from the Chinese. Landing everything. Got Don Schwartz of Canada swimming out to the boat. Going to be, we're going to bring Young Gun in for his. Okay. For Chenier, we have a 9.3 meter third and final jump. We've got Young Gun coming in for his third and final jump next on the water. And then we're bringing out Don Schwartz of Canada, who jumped earlier today in the senior men's division, posting a jump of 9.3 meters. Going to work to improve on that in front of the home country crowd. Okay, skier on the water. Jump number 3. Young Gun out of China. Has an 8.8 best jump score coming into this final jump. And another good landed jump. Great jumping by the Chinese men here. 6 for 6 on the landings, the first two guys. That's some great jumping. So that was the best jump of the set there for Young Gun. 8.9 meters. Nice job. Congratulations. Next two jumpers, we're going to bring out Don Schwartz of Canada and Rick Moyes of Great Britain. Rick just posting his personal all-time best jump score at the 2018 Great Britain Nationals here in June. Just a few months ago, he posted a 13.4 meter jump. So Rick skiing at the top of his game in this event. Skier on the water, Don Schwartz. Jump number 1. Wow, nice landing. Good solid jump for Don Schwartz. Waving, giving the crowd a wave.
That was a good jump for Don Schwartz. He said that he will pass on his next 2 jumps.
Okay, Don's going to take a pass as he did this morning, saving it. And we're going to bring out Rick Moyes and on deck, Gordy Croteau of Canada. Nice jump there for Don Schwartz, 9.6 meter. That improves on his jump score from earlier today in the senior men's jump event. Congratulations, Don. We're going to bring out Rick Moyes of Great Britain and Gordy Croteau of Canada.
Ready for jump number 1.
And skier on the water. Ooh. Rick Moyes. Is he all right? Looked like he got bottom heavy. Got the feet out in front of him on the ramp. I can't see if he pulled in on the, but no good on the landing. He'll get 2 more chances. Just looked like he got the feet out in front of him. I don't know if he skied into the ramp with his feet out in front of him or pulled in on the handle at the top of the ramp or on the ramp, but Rick can get it done. He's jumped in the 13 meters, so he can put some nice jumps out there. We'll see what he can do in his next 2 tries here. We're going to bring out Gordy Croteau of Canada, next skier on the water.
Yeah, we're going to go past Tobo 1.
This is for information only, announcers information only. That was 78.6 metres for 176 metres.
We've got Gordy Croteau in the water for jump number 1. Jump number 1 for Gordy Croteau.
Gordy number 1, thanks. Gordy number 1.
Boat 2. You've got to keep out of the camera.
Here we go, Gordy Croteau, jump number 1. Put up a big 18.3 meter jump at the U.S. Nationals here a few weeks ago. Here we go, Gordy Croteau, Canada. And it looks like a good jump.
That was a good jump for Gordy Croteau. Did somebody say hold the skier? It is awfully hard to hear when the boat's moving.
Did, but all good.
It would be helpful to have at least one person say whether or not it's okay to bring the skier in. The silence, sometimes we don't know, and when the boat's under power, it is extraordinarily difficult to hear.
Drivers.
So Gordy been doing this for a long time. Skied in the 2002 World Championships, jumping over 19 meters. And just recently, a couple weeks ago, at the Western Regionals in the U.S., he jumped in 18.3. So over 2 decades, hasn't lost any ability in this event. Still jumping at a very high level.
Gordy Croteau, jump number 1 was 17.9 metres. 179 metres for Gordy Croteau.
Nice first jump for Gordy Croteau. 17.9 meters on the board. 2 more jumps to go. That is our leader in this event, the Open Men preliminary rounds. We've got 29 skiers. We're gonna shave it down to 12. Take it into the semifinals coming up later in the week. We got Rick Moyes setting up for his second jump. Needing to get one on the board here. Okay, Rick Moyes, jump number 2. Setting up on the west end of the lake. Got beautiful conditions here today. Middle of the day, usually the windiest time of the day, and we're skiing on flat water. This is such a beautiful sight here. Home of Dwight and Michelle Williamson. Thank you so much for allowing us to host the tournament here. Appreciate all your efforts and generosity. And wow, a little harder on the landing. Looks like that was more of a direct hit in the buttock versus the scooping with the feet. So we'll see what Rick Moyes can. He's got one more shot. So Rick Moyes needing to get on the board here. He's going to have one final chance. We're going to bring Gordy Croteau down, set him up for jump number 2. Wow, that was a big jump too. Rick Moyes 15.6 on that ball. That's getting out there. That would have been a personal best.
Slow that boat down, please. 1, dead slow idle.
2 to towboat 1, Commander. Oh, in the water for jump number 2. Gordy Croteau, jump number 2. Hold up, Andrea. Hold up.
With Gordy Croteau.
Hold up, Andrea. Jump number 2, good jump.
1, White Sanger, do you copy?
Copy.
Stay farther away from the course and idle dead slow up while the approaching skier is coming.
And it looks like Gordy's going to opt to pass on his third and final jump. We'll wait and see what the judges. Okay, 15.8 meters on that jump for Gordy Croteau. He's going to take a 17.9 meter jump forward. Again, 29 jumpers jumping here in this division. We're going to take the top 12 and pull those into the semifinals later in the week. So Gordy Croteau with the highest score at this point, 17.9 meters. And swimming out in the boat, William Lee of New Zealand.
Water is good, ramp is clear.
William most recently skied the 2018 Barefoot Nationals. Jumped at 20.0 meters, but has been over 20 a number of times in the 21 and change distance. So hit 22 a number of times. We're going to see some great jumping out of William Lee here. Next skier on the water is we got the third and final jump for Rick Moyes out of Great Britain. There you go, Rick Moyes. Oh, lost the handle. Failed to qualify. Let's give him a round of applause for encouragement. He's got more events coming up this week.
That last fall for Ricky Moyes was just 11.2. 11.11.2 for Ricky Moyes.
Okay, that was 11 and some change for Rick Moyes on the fall. And we're going to bring out a fresh two fresh male jumpers here. William Lee out of New Zealand, Brett Sands out of Australia.
We've got Will Lee coming in, medium pass, 44, middle course, jump 1.
And recently, Brett jumping 21s, back-to-back tournaments, Australian Barefoot Championships, and the Holland Shield 21.0. In both those tournaments had a 22.2 this year in the Victorian State Championships, and he's been in that 25 plus. He skied, again, back in the early 2000s, skied in that 2000 World Championships in Fergus Falls, Minnesota, jumped a 25.4, which is epic. That was not on the Super Fly High. William Lee, New Zealand, jump number 1. And, oh! Man, that was a good jump. Got tall on the landing. You could see him fighting. And just shot up on the stance there. Got tall and pulled forward. Couldn't hang on to it. 2 more shots at it for William Lee. Going to get him back in the boat, saddled up. In the meantime, we're going to see Brett Sands from Australia. And to me, this is ridiculous because here, like I say, we've got a guy 25-plus meters in the past, and right now he's got like 20 skiers in front of him. That was a 21.7-meter fall for William Lee. And then we've got one more jumper in this group, Bevan Kelly of New Zealand. And we'll move on to the next group of jumpers. And that's going to be George Weeks from Canada and Brody Meskers from USA are going to start out that group. And we have no other events other than the open men jumps planned as of this minute. But we'll see how this goes. Please don't leave the site unless you confirm with the tournament organizers that the events that you won't be skiing any events for the rest of the day if you decide you have to leave for some reason. I don't know why you'd want to leave. This is a crazy fun event to watch, and you certainly don't want to miss out on 20-some of the world's best barefoot jumpers putting on an exhibition here during this event. So grab a beverage, grab lunch. The trailer's open for service here, and get yourself a good seat and enjoy the rest of the event here. And there's a good jump. Brett Sands right out of the gate, putting one on the board. Brett Sands putting up the best score so far, 21.5 meters. Followed by Gordy Croteau's 17.9 meters. Those are the top 2 jump scores at this point. We have Chen Ye with a 12.6 in the 3rd position right now, with Bevan Kelly of New Zealand on deck. And skier on the water, William Lee, New Zealand. Got some great jumpers from New Zealand here. Here we go. Jump number 2, William Lee. And here's a good jump. Looked like a beautiful landing. Got some great jumpers here in this event out of New Zealand and in this division. William Lee and Bevan Kelly, the 2 out of the top 3 seeds in this group. That's an 18.8 meter jump, good for William Lee of New Zealand. Puts him currently in the running in the 2 spot behind Brett Sands with a 21.5. We have the Red Bull girls on site offering free samples over by the jump area. If you want to head down by the jump, take advantage of some free Red Bull to get you all jacked up for the rest of the day. Pound that sugar down your body and go big. It's past coffee hour, so you better go down and get a Red Bull. Keep the momentum going. Okay, Brett Sands, jump number 2. Trying to improve on that 21.5 meter first jump. And as I mentioned, capable of 25 plus. So we haven't seen the upper limit of Brett's capabilities here with the first jump. We'll see if he just played it safe to get on the board and is now going to go after it. And Brett Sands, Australia, on the water. Jump number 2. Wow. That was a big jump. Lost the handle on the end. Looked like he got a little butt heavy on the landing there. From pressure's off. Got one on the board. They're here and set up? Oh. Oh, really? Okay, that's a 20.4 meter fall for Brett Sands on his second jump. He's going to get a 3rd shot at it, and we've got William Lee coming up with one more jump and Bevan Kelly on deck. A reminder that there's an auto show today on site. Right back here over by the food concession area, I believe, you'll see numbers of classic cars, some really impressive sets of wheels over there. Head on over there, take a look, grab some lunch. Okay, we got a few rollers sliding down the course, so we're going to wait for those to clear out so they don't affect the landing. Brett Sands currently in the lead, 21.5 meters. William Lee on the water. Jump number 3. Trying to make it to the next round. Wow, nice jump. William Lee sticking a sweet landing there. Nice feet-to-feet landing there.
Jump 3, good jump. Jump 3, good jump.
And our next skier out on the water is going to be New Zealand's Bevan Kelly, who, by the way, happens to be our defending senior men's world gold medal jumper. Okay, that's a good jump for William Lee, 20.2 meters. His best jump of the set, and that's the score he's going to take forward. So currently right now we've got Brett Sands with 21.5, William Lee 20.2, Gordy Croteau with 17.9 on the board, with 20 skiers left to go in this event. Bevan Kelly putting up a 23.2 in the last Worlds to win the senior men's gold jump title. Gold medalist in that event.
Ramp is clear, water is good for Brett Sands.
Brett Sands on the water from Australia, third and final jump. He's our current leader right now with 21.5 meters. Trying to improve on that with 20 skiers left, needing to get into the top 12. And there's a nice jump. Brett Sands sticking a landing, skiing it out. Looked like a beautiful jump there for Brett Sands out of Australia. Okay, Bevan Kelly, as I mentioned, jumped 23.2 to win the senior men's title in the last World Championships. Has been over 23 a number of times, even jumped 25 plus as recently as 2015 in the Waikato Regionals. Okay, that was a 20.8 meter third and final jump for Brett Sands. Brett Sands going to take a 21.5 meter going forward. And we've got 21 jumpers left. Next two skiers, we've got Bevan Kelly from New Zealand, George Weeks from Canada. We're going to do a boat crew change after this event. So this is a separate event. We've got 3 jump events. Group 1, 2, and 3. This is Group 3. We're going to move on to Group 2, followed by Group 1. But there will be a judge. There will be boat crew changes in between. So we'll have a little break, give you time to run over to the concession stand, refuel, check out some of the classic cars on site. And skier on the water, Bevan Kelly. First jump out of New Zealand. And that is a good jump. Yeah. You got to like the style points at good jump. You got to like the style points at the end where he picks up the kickstand and rides that baby out. That's pretty flashy. Brings the landing gear up, tucks him away in the gunnel. And a big fan section there. The Kiwis supporting their fellow skier.
Bevan Kelly, first jump number 1, 228, 22.8, Bevan Kelly won.
There's your new leader, 22.8 meters for Bevan Kelly on that jump. Top scorer posted thus far in the open men's jump division. So it's Bevan Kelly right now in the 1 position. Brett Sands with 21.5, followed by William Lee with a 20.2. Gordy Croteau with 17.9. Chenier with 12.6 follows that. So moving forward through the list, top 12 move on.
Okay, how many?
You got just Bevan.
Oh, just one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Both crew change after that.
Okay. And okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Towboat ramp is clear. Water is good.
Bevan Kelly coming in jump number 2.
Okay, two more jumps for Bevan Kelly. We're going to do a boat crew change, move into the next group of open men's jumpers. Bevan Kelly with a 22.8 to position himself at the top of the list at this point. And I hear the towboat in motion, skier on the water. Feast your eyes on the ramp. And wow, what a landing. Skied away from that on 1 foot and pulled it in. Rode it out.
Bevan Kelly stuck out that rodeo ride for a good jump. Good jump.
Yeah, the judges are saying good jump. That got to be exciting there at the end. I saw a good, I would have scored a good 1 foot. I almost thought he was going for a toe hold to get that thing out in front of him a ways, but held on for a good jump. I'll have a score for you in a little bit here. That's a great jump for Bevan Kelly. 23.7 meters. Let's give him a round of applause. Raising the bar, got one more chance. Will it be enough? I think Bevan Kelly is not going to settle for that, knowing there's 20 more skiers to go. 23.7 is a great jump, but boy, this is a tough class right here. There's some guys thinking 25 is going to be, might not even be enough for this event. I'm not sure. Those are huge scores. So hang on. We'll see what unfolds here in the next two groups. Want to thank some of our Bevan Kelly jump number third and final jump, and then we're going to take a little quick break for a boat crew change, and then we're going to move right on into Group 2. I see we've got skiers. Looks like Meeks down in the water getting ready, anxious to get a piece of that action. Put up a top 12 score to move on to the semis later in the week. That's the goal here. And lost the handle. So Bevan Kelly going to take a 23.7 meter distance forward for consideration of the final 12. And he's the top guy right now. 23.7, Bevan Kelly. Brett Sands, 21.5. William Lee, 20.2. Okay, so we'll take a quick break here. Folks, I just want to give you a reminder here on what we have going on here at site. So around the site, it's kind of getting to be lunchtime, and it's warm, and I know we're consuming stuff. There's green containers, garbage can-looking containers all around the site that have holes cut on top of them. And if you have